Did you ask for that, or did they just do it for you?
Yeah, it was in my packet. They just provide it, and so I thought. My husband actually raced last night, so I had two numbers in my packet. One was Jenny and one was Simpson. I was like, well, I know the Jenny one is definitely for me, so that's the one I wore today.
How much fun was it tonight getting back on the blue oval, especially after the last year?
It's so much fun getting back on the blue oval, and especially starting my season here. You know, like being in such a familiar and happy and home felt place is really fun, but it was really striking to me. This year was different in an unexpected way. I've won a world championship before, and I've switched events, and I've had really notable experiences on the track, but the Olympics is bigger than anything I expected, and I felt that here at the stadium today, that I was unexpected how excited people still are about the bronze medal last summer.
So what did you take away from the race, and what do you hope to learn from it maybe, or pick up from it?
American middle distance running is in a golden age. I mean, there's amazing women across the country that are training harder than ever to beat people like me, so I got to keep training hard. And I think tonight was a great display of how versatile the middle distance women are, and I'm sure the men's race was just as exciting. I unfortunately didn't get to watch it, but men's middle distance racing is doing really well too. So for the fans, we're giving you the best show I can imagine.
How about all the Iowans on the track?
Oh, it's so, you know what, it was really, really sweet to hear the reception that Shelby Houlihan got when they were announcing her on the track. And then, of course, you know, everyone else kind of from this area, how Midwesterners just love to celebrate the people that represent them. It's a lot of fun, and I love being, you know, part of that family.
Is it kind of fun to see the up-and-coming future, too, of some of the young runners like Krista Schweitzer, who is running for Mizzou tonight against you?
That's what's really special about the Drake Relays, is that even within my race, you know, there's people that are excited to meet me and race against me, but then there's high schoolers, and there's races with collegians, and there's, you know, all kinds of different age levels that are aspiring to do what I get to do, and it just feels like such an honor that I've gotten to the growth in my career to be at a point where then I can encourage people that, you know, were me 5 or 10 years ago.
Did you feel the cold, and was the wind as bad as it felt for us?
The weather was a lot nastier at 2 o'clock today, so I'm really, really happy that we didn't have any rain. I think it actually warmed up a little bit, so the conditions really weren't that bad. In Colorado, it snowed this weekend, so I kept telling myself it's better here than it is at home, and so I was happy to be here racing. But also, you know, I get onto the track, and it's cold, and we're stripping off our clothes, and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a cold ride, and then you look out, and the stands are full. And I think there are so many fans that are here sitting for hours in this same conditions, and they're not warm. You know, they're excited to be here watching us. And then also all the race officials, they're volunteering their time, and they're in their 6th and 7th and 8th hours. So my 4 minutes was definitely the easiest task anybody had in the cold today.
We had a couple of things that were
We talked about how tough Brenda can be.
lost last night.
Yeah.
I think you might have felt that a little bit more so than maybe you were thinking, but
They may
just
show up
talk
tomorrow
about
and want 'em.
feeling Brenda in that last 200 and
figure out
kind of
they're
where she was
gone.
at in your mind.
Yeah, if you know anything about Brenda, you know that she never gives up. And so when you feel her on the outside, or if you see her in front of you, wherever she is in a race, you know she's never going to just give up, and you're never going to break her on the track. And so, yeah, when I felt her coming on my outside, maybe there's a piece of me that might have waited another 50 meters or 20 meters. But when it's Brenda, you think, oh, here she comes, you know, she's not going to give up to the finish line, so I got to get going.
Was that kind of the race plan then, to stick kind of right in that 3rd, 4th spot, and then the last lap kind of get here and get out?
That's a good question. No, as the race transpired, was not really the plan I necessarily had in mind, but I got really stuck on the rail early in the race, and that doesn't happen to me super often. And so really the first half of the race turned into a problem-solving exercise for me of like, how can I get myself into a position where I can kind of take the race when I want to and get to the position that I want to get to. And so it was different. It was a different kind of race for me, but I think I managed the challenge as best I could.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Thanks.
You said yesterday at the press conference that you said you had a target on your back, and that if you were the other runners, you would want to beat yourself. How do you keep yourself motivated having that kind of status going to a meet like this?
Yeah, that's a great question. When you know that you're somebody that people would love to slay in a race, you know that target is there. It just really motivates me to say I have to be at my best all the time, and I have to be at the track and bring my A game, because everyone else is going to be there to pounce on you if you're not bringing your best. And so I don't know if I have a formula that I can articulate for how you stay motivated in that, but I definitely can tell you have to really love the sport, and you have to want to be there and race hard, because these girls never let you win. They never give you a day off. It's always hard to win.
Here at Drake, there's so many fans, there's so many high school kids. I'm sure that you spoke to some, maybe have taken some pictures, especially coming here over the years. What's one piece of advice or maybe a tip that you've shared with those high school athletes?
Yeah, for high school and college and even middle school and professionals, really master the level that you're at and love being a high schooler and love being a collegiate, because I think there's so much temptation to look at what the people ahead of you are doing and wish you were already there. But when you're in high school, just try to be the best high schooler, and when you're in college, try to be the best collegiate. And as you do that and you get better at each one of those, kind of by the nature of being good there, you prepare yourself for the next step. So when you're in high school, don't think about being a pro, don't train like a pro, don't long to be a pro, just be a really great high schooler.
Yesterday you talked about getting time with your family. Any plans for the rest of the weekend? Are you going to get a little bit more time with them?
Yeah, they're probably all really hungry because they're waiting to have dinner with me tonight. So they're probably like, wrap it up, Jenny, we gotta go eat. But yeah, I'm really excited. One of the great sacrifices of my career is that they have given up a lot of family events and family time together, because I live a very regimented life and I stay close to home and I train hard. And so being able to be here in their home turf and spend quality time with them is really, I can't express enough how much of a treat it is for them. And as I get older and come to appreciate it more, really a treat for me too.
I know you talked about, this being an opportunity to showcase what you've been working on all off season. You kind of go off the grid, and then they don't hear from you, and then all of a sudden Drake Relays, and here you are. Do you think they saw the best of you at this point right now that you wanted them to see?
Yeah, what I think they saw tonight, and I think will be fun for us to talk about at dinner tonight, is that I still have a lot of fight in me. I think that there's this big question that hovers over somebody when they've reached a certain level or they've been in the sport a certain amount of time. And I've been doing this at a really high level for over a decade. And I've, finally got the Olympic medal that you kind of wonder if you'll ever achieve. And so what I'm excited for them to have seen is I still got a lot of fight left, and I still really want to be doing this.
Good. You joined some elite history tonight. You're only the second athlete in Drake Relays history to win 5 straight titles.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
Jeff
awesome.
You've got 5 in a row, and Hartwig's
yeah, thank
7.
you. That's really, really, really sweet. Well, the girls haven't made it easy, so I'll take the accomplishment because it was hard every year.
Where do you head from here? How long do you keep at this level?
Yeah, I know I want to go another Olympics. I really, really would love to make it through 2020. Then there's a World Championships in the U.S. in 2021, so if I could do this till I'm 50, but I know I won't make it that long, so somewhere between now and when I'm 50 will be retirement.
They had the old guy 800 earlier today,
oh,
so
yeah, the Masters.
There's always that.
There you go, exactly.
Right.
But listen, as long as I'm having fun and I'm doing really well, I'll stick with it.
Jenny, last year you and I stood in about this same spot, and you told me that this never gets old. Is that still true?
The racing never gets old. Being at home and having to wake up early and do a track session and then come home and eat a healthy meal and then take a nap and then go for a second run and then lift weights, that part sometimes can get old. And you think, oh, what am I doing this for? I could have a normal job and be in air conditioning all day and and then you really envision that and you think it wouldn't be as exciting and dynamic, so I'll give it another year, But the second that I step on the track and the gun goes off and I'm racing, that part has always been really fun for me.
Does winning Drake ever get old?
That never gets old. Winning is always, always, always fun.
Hey, it's always a treat to see you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I really appreciate it.
You'll be able to persuade Coach to come back next year as well. I know sometimes, since it's so early in the year,
Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah. So You know, I have to fight it every year. And so far, I want to win.